said, that's all. I never even got to see his face. The man said, go back. So I thought, my God, here also got no chance to work in orthopedic surgery too. But actually what happened was when our Vice Chancellor Andrew was there, so he said, hey, sir, ungalku order pottara, nee naalaiku join panni. So I didn't even get to see him. So then I said, okay, I came back and then I joined as Honorary Senior House Surgeon in Surgery Unit 2. That time, first day when I came to, that was I think Monday, OP day, first remark I heard from the general, those who were there, I can't say differently, all who were there, one vague outsider has joined us. So my God, I thought, yes, that is a compliment. So that was the surgery department was such a close-knit department that nobody was welcome, no outsider was welcome into the department. And so I said, okay, then I just clicked up that and continued to work. And then first month I was put as a junior house surgeon to work with the interns. So I did 1 month, and after 1 or 2 months, Dr. Penn kept on asking, how is this boy, how is this boy? They said, yeah, he's okay now. Then I think those days Dr. Joe was in charge of Dr. Joe and Vicky Maman were in charge of the general side. Then he said, okay. Then he said, I want to see how this fellow is. Put him into M ward, he said. So I was shifted as first call into M ward. And those days M ward, there were 30, 31, 35 patients. Dr. Penn had a huge clientele. So I was with him as only only person to work with him in M ward. So 3-4 months I did and slowly picked up and he got to like me. So that was when I finished 6 months, I told him, sir, 6 months is finished. I've got this thing, I'll go to Madurai. And I'll apply for somewhere for MS because here I have been told there's no chance. So he said, no, think about it. Till then there was no entrance exam in CMC. That was the year they started entrance exam. So he said, no, things are changing this year. From 3 seats, we are making 6 seats and we are going to have an exam. So you better try your luck and see what happens. So I said, okay, by that time news had spread everywhere. Out of the 5 seats only, out of the 6 seats, only 5 seats are there. 1 seat is reserved for Mama's, Pen Mama's boy. That was a gossip going on in CMC theatre. So I was also carried away by that. I said, okay, Dhamma Bhagya getting one seat this time. Because I have Pen Mama's boy. So I also, but then there was no time. You're 35 patients in M ward, you're slogging day in and out, and you know what a hard taskmaster Dr. Penn was. But apart from what people have mentioned, because I know him so well and so intimately, he was what everyone saw as exterior as a man of anger and terror. He was really a man very good at heart. And all this was just to get work done. He used to keep on saying, these people think I shout, I get angry. But unless you do that, nothing gets done in CMC, and that's why I'm like that. But at heart, he was a very nice person and a very gentle person, unlike what everyone conceived him to be as you were seen percepted outside. So when the exam was over, the results came, and I was in MIQ that day. I was wondering what to do. I had finished 6 months, I had no job also. Somebody knocked at the door and said, Dr. Penn has come to see you. That was on the day of the exam. So he was the principal then and he knew what was happening. So he came to my room to MIQ and said, the results will be out tomorrow. You may or you may not get, but I don't want you to leave CMC. Whatever happens, the system is such that you may or you may not make it. Because he knew once you get the marks and all the added marks, he knew. So he said, I have already spoken to the director, Dr. Joseph was the director. You join tomorrow as a research officer in my department. 1 year you worked, and that year the national board has started the DIPNB. Those days were MNMS. And you join for MNMS. Anyway, you work with me and you do the exam, and even if you don't get MS, doesn't matter. And true as it happened, I was first on the waiting list, and because I was so sure I'll get here, I didn't apply anywhere else. So anyway, I worked for 1 year there, and next year same thing. So next year I knew, I had worked with him, and he had told me what the breakup is and how I knew my chances are very less. So next year I applied for MS in Madurai, and I got my 2-year course there. By that time I had been selected for Tamil Nadu and Kerala government service. So the day I was writing my exam, I don't know how he found out, I got a letter from Dr. Penn saying, wish you all the best for the exams tomorrow, and the day the exams are over, please come back. And I wrote to him saying, sir, I have already got Tamil Nadu government service and I am planning to join because I have been there and CMC anyway, opportunities will be, I may not be considered again. So he said, no, you come back and we'll see, and I've never looked back from that. I came back again, there was no post those days only, there were two posts, Dr. Penn and Dr. Keith were there, and then Dr. GPC joined. But he gave me a research post, and then the cadre increased and I got a junior lecturer's post. And then of course, the rest is history. I had some drawbacks. One was that unlike all the other postgraduates or other faculty in surgery, I had not gone through all the rotations, I had not gone through all the units. So my mind was always one track. I had been trained by one person, and you know, he was very dogmatic, he was very strong in his views, and things had to be done the way he wanted. Of course, he was flexible, he was recipient to ideas, but many things were fixed. And that was one disadvantage I had when I joined and when I worked with other colleagues, because my thinking, my way of doing was always one way, and others had a more broader perspective. They could see and learn from others. I didn't have the good fortune to initially train with Prakash Kanduri or Dr. Sheed or Dr. Pushna. Of course, in passing, I have assisted and worked with them, but my training was mainly to him. And even when I went to Madurai for my MS, there also the system was you stay in one unit for your 2 years and you don't get exposure to the other units or other faculty. So that was one of my disadvantages. But again, it proved to be good for me because Dr. Fenn was a very versatile surgeon. He could do anything. So during my early days, I used to do urethral dilatation, I used to do open prostatectomy, nephrectomy, nephrolithotomy, name it, and I could do. We could use to fix fractures. So I was trained by him in such a way that I could be a comprehensive general surgeon. With special, of course, he had a special interest for vascular. We used to do all aneurysms, and we used to do all the endocrine was his very, very special interest. And those days itself, he said, we would start this department, and somehow we got delayed over years. Because even before he retired, he wanted to start the department of endocrine surgery and build it up, but it took some more time for us to come. Colleagues have been fantastic. I worked with most of us. Many of you were registrars and then became consultants, colleagues, and as George mentioned, heads, and we have had very good working relationship with all. I have been at times odd, erratic, irritated people by sometimes my nature or insistent on something for patients, and if anybody has been hurt or my apologies to them, and I didn't mean it. Basically, it was for patient care or something that I would have had. But otherwise, generally has been a very good experience. Enjoyed my stay here. Colleagues have been excellent. Students have been very supportive. Postgraduates, I've enjoyed being here. Learned a lot, and still learning many things. And one of the important things that I've noticed over the years, which is slowly changing, is the work culture. When I joined S2, I was on continuous call for maybe from 1981 I became a confirmed. Till about 86, 87, I was on call every day. Even I remember the day my wife delivered. I was in the ward, those days S2 office was the present nuclear medicine. So I put my father-in-law and mother-in-law, because labor room was opposite. Put them in this S2 office and said, whenever I told labor room, please phone them and Sheila delivers, because I was stuck in theatre or somewhere else even the time when she delivered. And the next day, those days, Dr. Penn was very particular. Any conference he goes, he wants all the data. So I was gathering all the data in MRD. Hours were spent in MRD collecting data for each of his talks, because he would always speak with the clinical experience that he had. But of course, he was my mentor and my guru and my master. What I am today is because of him and my other teachers over the years in different places. He gave me a lot of independence. Of course, you have to earn. I really slogged hard to get into his good books, and it took a few years to be that. And once you have that confidence of your teacher and master, you really grow. And he used to allow me to operate on all his private patients. And of course, many a time to give me confidence, even big surgeries. I remember first time I had